You got welcome lights in your car, mate? No, they're not welcome lights. These are welcome lights. Hello and welcome to Tim's BMW repairs and information. Yeah, that's a bit excessive. I've got brake lights, side lights, indicators, number plate lights, fog lights on at the back, and also got the fog lights, main beams, dip beams, angel eyes, all coming on at the front every time I press the open button on my key. Yeah, you might be able to illuminate a puddle within 6 inches with your puddle lights, but I can illuminate a puddle at 500 yards. Now, I've done quite a few episodes on Carly already. If you want to know the full instructions, where to buy it, how to plug it in, and all the pitfalls and all the things you should do, then there's the link for you there, and I go through it in depth. But for this episode, what I do is quite a quick précis from plugging in to getting to controlling the lamp control module, which is the one we need for these welcome lights. Right, let's get on with it. There's probably going to be quite a few videos in this series. So right at the start, what we'll do is we'll just have a quick précis of how you connect Carly to the car and a quick basic understanding of how it works. And we're going to use folding mirrors as an example. So, okay, first thing you do is you obviously connect Carly to the OBD port, and I'm fumbling around, oh, I can't get it now, there we're in, and press the button until the red light comes on, and that is its communications running. Run the Carly app and then press connect. It takes a few seconds before it allows you to do so. We press connect, and then it will go through, first of all, connecting to the Carly adapter, which takes a few seconds. And then it connects to the car. Now, if it just sits here for 5 minutes doing that, just close Carly and open it again and start again. And it tends to work better the second time. And the third thing it does is checks car insights. I haven't got a clue what that is. Right, we're going to use customization. So when you press customization, it will go round all the modules, seeing which ones it gets a reply from. And there's 12 of them, and you get more of them if the ignition is switched on but the car isn't running. But of course you've got to have a charger for that. It will tell you that digital garage is where it stores all the coding backups, and we'll go through that each time. Okie dokes, we're going to choose KGM, which is folding mirrors. So there's a whole list of things here, and we scroll up and down until we find KGM. Press KGM and it will read the module, make sure it can talk to it, and then we press read from car, and then it gets the coding data and it stores it in your phone. So if anything goes horribly wrong, you can always put it back in again. Press OK. Well, you don't get many choices for folding mirrors. We're interested in comfort folding for side view mirrors, so we press that, and then we press the box for on, and that'll disappear after. It just says that got to have a LIN bus connected, but we have heated mirrors so on the 6 series, so it's going to work on all 6 series models. Okie dokes, so then you slide up that blurb and say understand and agreed, and then press OK, and it'll go and do the coding. It takes just a few seconds. Coding was successful. Turn the ignition off and back on again, and the changes will be made. And it does. Right, that's the simple example we're going to use. We'll go through a few other things as we try different modules. Hope you got all that. One thing I didn't mention, of course, is you have to choose your car to start with from a drop-down list. And if your car isn't in it, then you have to add a new car. So I'm going to be working on my E64 today. So there we go, BMW 6 Cabriolet E64 2007 gasoline. I'm going to press that now. Righty-ho, well, as we went through in the précis, we're going to go to customization, but first we've got to connect to Carly, the adapter. So I'm going to press connect now and connect now. In the example, I showed folding mirrors, but they'll only fold if you set it up in comfort lock as well. So we're going to go to CAS, which is the top of the list, and because we do exactly the same as normal. Communication is stable, OK, and then I'm going to press read from car. That gets the current coding information into the phone, so in case anything goes horribly wrong, which it shouldn't do, we're okay, and we can get that coding data back. And don't forget, we're not doing anything that can screw up the programming in these modules. We're just adjusting the coding. Backup successful. Okay, so we've got a number of options under CAS, which is we're going to use for doing the folding mirrors and so on. Now, first one, well, an interesting one is Comfort Eject. Something I'd never heard of before, but I'm pressing it now, and we can have that on or off, and then you can turn off the ignition with a long press on the stop-start button, and if you give it a long press, the key ejects itself. Yes, it's not that exciting, but I've got that switched on. So yeah, Comfort Eject, long press on the stop-start button when you finish driving, and the key will eject itself. It doesn't shoot out onto the floor, by the way. Okay, comfort opening using the remote. I'll select that now. That's usually on even in UK cars. Now, comfort open means that you can do a long press on the open button on the key, and the windows will all drop, and the soft top will open as well, and on the coupe the sunroof will open. Okay, so I've got that on. I mean, that's on as standard anyway, but in the UK, oh, please note that I pressed the on even though it was still on. That's because we can't use the back button on the phone. If we use the back button, horrible things happen. Okay, so comfort close using the remote. Now in the UK, that's not usually on. So I press that, I'm going to press on again. That means if we press the close button on the key for an extended time, then all the windows roll up, and in the coupe, the sunroof would close as well. Quite a useful feature. So now I'm going to press code car, and it gives me a warning that things could go horribly wrong. I understand and agree, and I'm going to press OK, and then we'll do the coding. I'll quickly go back to the folding mirrors, so instead of being in the example, we'll have this done so we get folding mirrors. So coding was successful. I'll press OK. And then this time I'm going to use the back button on the phone rather than any of the other buttons, because I've finished with the CAS, central locking system. Okie doke, so we'll quickly go back to the mirrors, which is KGM. I'll press that now. Checking the coding, checking communication with the module, which is fine. And then I'm going to press read from the car now. And what we'll do is get a backup of the information. Now, the other couple of options in there is whether the mirrors tilt when you go into reverse, and that's usually set on, but it's interesting to note that if you've got the adjustment button on the controls for the mirror set to the left hand side, then that mirror will not tilt even though you've got it switched on. Okay, so mirror tilt 1 of 2 and 2 of 2, they're both on, so they will tilt when I've got it into reverse. Okay, comfort folding for side view mirrors. Righty-ho, well, that's one which was in the example, so I'm pressing it now, and we've got it switched on. So I press this switch, the on button again, but it also tells you this function requires an installation of the LIN bus, usually installed with mirror heating. When holding the lock-unlock button on the remote, the side view mirrors automatically fold, unfold. May need additional coding of the central locking module. We've done that already, so we're good to go. So I'm going to press on again now, and then I'm going to press code car now. I will agree and understand and press OK now. Okay, so that's clears up the sort of comfort closing of the mirrors and the comfort closing of lifting all the windows up. In the UK, it doesn't lift up the convertible top. There's no setting for that. It's a big fat lump of a convertible top, and if you clout someone on the head with that, that's going to hurt. So they've decided they're not going to allow you to do it. Fair enough. Okay, coding successful. I'll press OK now. Right, let's see the results of all that coding. I'm going to press lock on the key and keep it pressed. Windows are all up already, and the wing mirrors fold in. Alright, what about comfort open? I'll press and hold the open button. Fog lights are on, windows come down, wing mirrors go out. So at the front I've got fog lights as my welcome lights, and at the back I've got the turn signals and the number plate lights. Let's lock up again. Long press on lock, fog lights go out, wing mirrors go in, windows go up, and there you go, all locked. Okay, and then going to use the reverse button or the back button on the phone, and we're going to go to the lighting, which is always good fun. The light control module again. Let's give that a go, pressing LMA now. Well, it's going to read the coding data. We'll check for communications OK, pressing OK now, and we're going to read from the car, so we get all the coding information from the car. Pressing read from car now. Yeah, I'm telling you what buttons I'm pressing because, yeah, if you just see the phone on its own, it's difficult to know which buttons I'm pressing, and things happen very quickly with Carly. Okay, so in the light control module, we're going to set up the welcome lights, and yeah, in the example that I show, well, not the example, but at the start of this video, I'll show you all the lights coming on. Well, I'm going to sort of tone it down a bit now. I'm going to just get a few lights. So backup successful, pressing OK now. Okay, now with something like the light control module, there's so many options. The easiest thing to do, rather than sort of whiz up, there we go, I'm whizzing up and whizzing down, it'll take me ages to find the right thing. So I'm going to use the orange button in the top right hand corner, press that now, and that gives us a drop down menu of things we can set in the lamp control module. So okay, welcome light is what we're interested in, so I'm going to press welcome light now, and there we go. I've got welcome lights switched on, so right at the top of the screen I press welcome lights, and welcome lights are turned on. When the vehicle is unlocked, in order for the welcome light to work, the light switch in the car must be set to auto. Yeah, that's worth remembering, but I also notice it works in other positions sometimes. It's also worth saying that I've got it set to auto now, and all the lights will come on when I press the button on the key, but it will only do it a few times because putting that amount of lights on is going to discharge the battery. So you could be showing your friends, yeah, look, this is brilliant. Now I'll press this button and the welcome lights will come on, and it doesn't. It's because you pressed it too often and you have to cycle the ignition again. So I'm going to press welcome lights on now. Okay, and that can be selected for different keys as well. So I could have my second key and press the unlock button. I won't get any welcome lights at all, but I've got them all the keys set to on. The next thing we'll look at is the welcome light duration, so put that to the top. Welcome light duration is set to 20 seconds. Pressing that now, and I'm going to keep it on 20 seconds because it's good fun. Pressing 20 seconds now, and this is where you can choose which lights come on. So I'll bring it to the top. Low beams, braking lights, yep, we can put the brake lights on. They bung out a lot of lights at the back, a lot of light at the back, but it's a bit excessive. Having the rear turn signals on, especially when you've got LEDs in, that is fantastic. So I'm going to turn the braking lights off now. So I'll press that button. I'm going to press off now. Okay, so what about turn signals front? Turn on hard, it says. Yeah, it is hard to turn them on because no matter what I do to them, they don't turn on. So I'm going to turn that back off again. I'm pressing welcome lights, turn signals now. I'm turning that off and pressing off now. Okay, so turn signals rear, bring that to the top. Yep, I've had them turn on slowly. They're fantastic. They bung out a lot of light. I poke them now, and I'm going to press turn on softly now. And that's what they do. They do turn on softly. Don't forget, don't press the back button on the phone because you'd have to start again. Also worth mentioning that if this is taking longer than 8 minutes, you've got the key in the ignition. Don't press the brake pedal. Put the ignition on and off, and that'll start the 8 minutes up again. Okay, so welcome lights, number plate lighting. Yeah, I like that. They've got LEDs in as well, so I'm going to bring that to the top. I can't. Number plate lighting, turn on softly, and I've got that select to turn on softly. I'm pressing that now. Okay, so front fog lights, We'll look at those next. Okay, so we've got that set to turn on hard, and I'm pressing that now. Okay, welcome lights, rear fog lights. Yep, you saw those at the start of the video. Turn on hard at the moment. I'm pressing that now. I'm going to turn them off. There you go, because it's just a bit excessive. How about the angel eyes? I'm pressing that now. They're on. Which I like. They come on. They provide a bit of light. Pressing turn on hard now. And okay, standing lights front. Turn on hard. Yeah, they don't do anything at all on a pre-LCI car. So this is pre-LCI E64. Does nothing, so I might as well switch that off. Pressing that now. Off now. Okay. Standing lights rear. Yeah, they do nothing as well. So I'm pressing that now and turning that off now. And welcome lights, eyebrow lights. Now you think they're going to be the front indicators, but no, there's nothing I can do to get the turn signals at the front to come on. Maybe it's non-USA car problem, but it might be that in the USA or in other areas of the world you can get those to come on, but they don't on this car. So I'm pressing that now and I'm turning it off now. Okay, that's it really for all the welcome lights. We've gone through all the lights we can turn on. Let's quickly go to the top again. Welcome lights, welcome lights. So I've got braking light, low beams, they're off now. So I had them on for the example, they're off now. Braking lights are off. Turn signal front, might as well have them off, I can't get them to go on. Turn signals rear, yep, turn those on softly. High beams are off, yeah, don't want to waste electricity on those. They're a bit excessive, wouldn't it, having the main beams come on? But there you go. Front fog lights, turn on hard, they're great, and it does illuminate the ground really well. Angel eyes, they can come on, make the car look a bit prettier. Standing lights front and rear, don't make any difference on my car. Welcome lights, eyebrow lights, again, just don't do anything on this car. So that's it. I'm going to press code car now. Reading my caution, understood and agreed. Press OK now. Okay, so Carly's running and we're coding the car. There you go, doesn't take too long. And I'm going to press OK in a second. Coding was successful. Please turn the ignition off and on again. Do not update the car software. Well, that's irrelevant to us. So I'm going to press OK now. Okay, so that's quite a bit of ground we covered today. Next episode, as I say, we'll talk about using LEDs everywhere. I've already done an episode where I changed one of the front signals to LEDs, just the inner ones and not the outer ones, and that gives that sequential look. So have a look at that video if you want to get the sort of more modern look to the front of the car. Yeah, it's quite good fun, that one is. Anyway, keep the comments coming. I really enjoy reading all the comments. And yeah, thumbs up if you could. Yeah, always like that, helps the channel. And I'll see you next time.